Love is God. Live in love. Live in love.
Welcome to Oh My Sai. Now my mind goes back to those days in the 1980s when my mother, she was staying here, and my mother wrote a letter saying, I asked Swami if I could bring my children. Swami, she said, Swami, हमारे grandchildren को ले आएगा? And Swami said, हाँ, ले आओ. So immediately when we got the letter, we forgot everything. And it was only with Swami in my mind. We just took the children out from the school they were studying and immediately made arrangements to come to Puttaparthi. So as we came to Puttaparthi, we didn't even realize that there was no school. We didn't even think about anything. But just because Swami said that bring your children, so we got them here. And whatever happens will happen. Because these are challenges of life. I mean, when you are with Swami, all these things happen. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, but ultimately, hopefully everything turns out to be good. And it does turn out to be good with Swami. So that time, when we came here and we saw there were no school, and we tried, every day we used to go for darshan. My mother used to call out to Swami, Swami, what to do? We got the children here. And then she said, these are the transfer certificate. And he took the transfer certificate. And we thought, well, he took even till then we didn't realize, that because he has taken the transfer certificate means that he's accepted the children. These thoughts didn't come to our mind at that time. After 1 month, my brother came from Guwahati for some official work, and he came only for one darshan in the morning. And he was called for interview. And at that interview, as soon as we saw my brother getting up and going towards the veranda, and we all started running, got up, took our children, and went towards the veranda. And Swami took us in. And the first thing he said, Assam, Assam. And we were the first one to be called inside. So we went in, and then Swami said, Na, kya hua bolo? I said, Swami, bacha log ko kya karega? What to do with them? We have got them to put them in the school here. So Swami said, okay, tuition de do. So we were very satisfied with that, because even then my husband was away, and it was nearly 1 month we were here. And I didn't know how my husband would react to all these things, that they are just sitting here in Puttaparthi. So this way, they stayed for almost, say, 9 months without proper school. And they would go to my mother, of course, because as a sevadar, she used to do all these little sevas. She used to take them to the canteen, South Indian canteen, and there the two children also used to help making chapatis. And it was like, playing dough. Nowadays, children play with dough, and for them it was a plaything. But then, the one thing they learned is this little seva that comes, even though they were children. They started making 10 chapatis, 20 chapatis, 30, 40 chapatis in a day at one sitting. So that's what they learned there. 9 months passed. And after 9 months, in January of 1981, only my elder daughter got admission. And my second, younger one, she didn't get because of some age difference. So my father was again very upset. Immediately he went off to Guwahati, and before that he sent a telegram to us that you send this birth certificate, because something about the date of birth. Immediately what we did, both my husband and myself, we decided to come back to Puttaparthi and see what's happening. And the day we reached Puttaparthi, that was the first time, because it was the first time my husband has come to Puttaparthi. He was you can say he was a new devotee. Like, for my parents and myself, we were raised in, from a younger age to believe in Swami, to have faith in Swami and everything. So that is what made us come here. But for my husband, it was just as he was new to all this thing. So, well, he came and, but the way we landed, Swami had left for Brindavan, and we didn't know what to do. Immediately, I had my little son with me. He was 1.5 years old, and my daughter. We took a bus and we went off to Brindavan. And that also, Brindavan at that time, we didn't know what time the rules and regulations were, what time bhajans were, what time darshan were. But we reached at 7 o'clock, that's all I remember. And 7 o'clock in the evening, it was absolutely, like not even one person was there. It was already turning dark and cold. And my husband was getting irritated and he said, "What is this? Where have you got me?" And finally, just when I was again praying to Swami, you do something, one little boy came, about 12 years old, and he said, room chahiye, room chahiye. And then, yeah, at least somebody was there. And he took us, it was just 12 rupees per night. And we accepted that and we got a nice room. And in next morning, we again went for darshan because at that time the landlady told us the darshan is at this time. So we went for darshan and my daughter wrote a letter to Swami. Swami accepted it. And then after a little while, he got in the car and came off. And we learned that he came off to Puttaparthi. So immediately again we packed our things and rushed back to Puttaparthi. One day, my husband, as the days were going, his agitation was becoming more and more, and my little son, he had chickenpox, and that was, very terrifying. I mean, we were in that small room. He had chickenpox, and I couldn't sleep for days. I couldn't sleep because I had to look after him, and I couldn't go for darshan also for the last few days because of him. And then again, my husband, I think almost like his head was blasting off at that time now. He couldn't stand it anymore. He said, "I am not going to stay here." And he shouted at me. He shouted and anybody who was there. And he didn't leave Swami also. So I'm not going to stay. I don't care about Swami. I don't care about anything. I'm going to take my daughter also out from the school and I'm going to take her back to Guwahati. So what, not even one, I didn't even speak one word also. I was just praying to Swami. My mother also, we were just quiet. We didn't even utter a word and we were just praying and praying, Swami, you do something. So the whole night went like that. And in the morning, because my son had chickenpox, I couldn't go for darshan. So my husband just slowly took my daughter. He went off for darshan. My mother also went as usual. And then after some time, my next door neighbor, her name is Lakshmi. I heard somebody saying, Dina's mother, and I just went out, I looked down from the veranda and said, Swami has called your husband, you please come down. I said, just wait. I didn't even comb my hair. I must wash my face. I'm just coming down. He said, there's no time to do anything. Just come. So I just picked up my son here with the feeding bottle and I just ran down. And I don't know what state I was looking like, like one of those Narayans. But then I had to fight my way through to get to the veranda because nobody would allow me. They said, no, you cannot come in. I said, no, I have to go because Swami has called my husband. Said, no, you cannot go. I said, then you go and ask Swami. Please go and ask Swami, I'm going in. Then finally they got so frustrated, then they allowed me to go in. And as I went in with my son and the bottle in my hand, and I turned around the corner, I saw Swami standing by the door, half door open, one door was closed, and he was also waiting to greet me inside. And he said, he just, come in. So as I went in, and he told my son, hey, galata mat karo. I don't know what that meant. Actually, at that time, I wasn't even thinking. My head was just blank. So we went in. Then I saw my husband, my daughter was there, my mother was there, and Swami said, Assam, Assam again. We were the first one to be called inside. And then there was another room, and he called us inside that room, in inner room. He sat on the chair, grand chair, beautiful one, and not much space, and we were all sitting in front of him. Then he said, Acha, bolo kya hai? And at that time, Swami said, he looked directly at my husband and said, Gussa, khali gussa, itna gussa. My husband was, I don't know, he was shocked or what. He just, tears were falling from his eyes, and he was just grabbing onto Swami's, like this, right, just sitting in front of him. And Swami said, patted him on the back and said, नहीं 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 कुछ नहीं है, ये सब ठीक हो जाएगा, बोलो क्या चाहिए, टेल मी व्हाट यू वांट. जिनसे स्वामी उन लोग का इसका स्कूल में देना है. बस ओके, नेक्स्ट थर्सडे अच्छा दिन है, उसको स्कूल में ले आओ 9 o'clock. We were happy. He gave us vibhuti, and he gave vibhuti to my little son and said, yeah, chickenpox hai, acha ho jayega, he'll be all right, and gave him vibhuti. And put vibhuti here. For the boys, he usually puts it, with his finger. But for us ladies, he would give vibhuti, packets of vibhuti in the pallu. And of course, created vibhuti in the hat. And then we came out, we were very happy. And so, one thing he said, Thursday, you must be there at 9 o'clock you must be in the school. So, Thursday we were all ready. And then, of course, so many people, we just told them, so my daughter is getting admitted. And they wouldn't believe us. Admission is over. How can she get? I said, okay, ma'am. So I thought it's best not to talk about it, because what Swami said, be there at 9 o'clock, so we have to be there. But it was surprising in that day when Thursday came. Swami told Mr. Kutum Rao. He came running to our room, and then he said, Swami has sent me, you have to be in the school at 9 o'clock. We said, okay. So we were all getting prepared. And after a little while again, Dr. Biren Bodlo came. He says, second time Swami has sent. Again, word through Kutum Rao, and because he couldn't come every time coming, we stay in the second floor. Then he said, Biren Bodlo. And again, third time. And Swami is so compassionate. He's so loving. You can't imagine. I mean, we've been through, at that stage, I was, absolutely just gave up to Swami. That was 9 months they were in just having tuition, no proper school. And after 9 months, when the little girl did not get, but Swami, he was, till the last moment, he tests us with a faith and a belief and a love for him. And that is the only thing. And finally, on that day, special Thursday, it was they have Vidya Arambha Day. That was the first day they started school. He distributed books to all the children. And then when we went there, we were there at sharp 9 o'clock. But then the gate was closed, and when we saw Swami's car come in, and we followed, saw the gate open, and we followed Swami inside. And as we were sitting on both sides, few ladies, 3-4 ladies on one side, and my husband on the other side. Swami is very close driver, Radha Krishna. He came down running and said, Gogo's daughter. And my husband just, lifted up my little daughter, because my father knows Swami knows my father more than he knows us. So for him, Gogo, it means everything. So he said, Gogo's daughter. And then he just picked her up, my daughter, and then went up. And after a little while, Swami came down, went straight to my husband and said, Uska admission ho gaya. And he was so happy just to tell that. And then we were also so blessed that finally everything has happened and that is how he wanted. So we got everything that we wanted at that point of time. If we close our eyes and give up, they say, Swami says, absolute surrender. If we surrender to Swami everything, then he takes us through all the challenges of our lives. Not only this is a one small occasion, and throughout our life we have to face so many challenges. And it is only with this love and surrender to Swami that he'll take us through, he'll guide us through, and certainly he'll be with us every moment of our life.